I mean, I know there's been a lot going on about tariffs. I'm not happy with what's happening in the stock market. None of us are. It's been painful. I get it. But, you know, the stock market is just a reflection of the United States economy. And the American economy is the strongest economy in all of human history. And at this moment today, the current state of our economy is the best in the world vis-a-vis the other 195 countries in the world. You want to trade places with China? Not me. Not me. China's property market imploded. Their youth unemployment is over 20%. Consumer expectations in China are on a journey to the center of the earth. They're reporting 5% growth, which is not true. They have a deflation. Their prices are going down. You know why? Because their economy is so bad. I wouldn't trade places with the European Union. America's economy is much stronger than theirs. I wouldn't trade places with Canada. I'm not saying I'm happy that the Canadian economy is in the doldrums. I'm just saying that today, the American economy, despite the stock market, is the strongest right now in the world. Still, I'm not happy with what's happened in the market. It's been very, very painful. But if you believe in the American economy, then you have to believe in the stock market, and you have to believe that the stock market will recover, and I think it will. That's point one. Point two, any fair-minded person would have to conclude that Donald J. Trump is tough as a boot. Whether you like him or not, the man's tough as a boot. Whether you agree with him or disagree with him, we would not be in the position that we in America are right now but for him. And what is that position? There are 195 countries in the world. 70% of them are begging the president to negotiate a deal through which they can lower their trade barriers. Now, we know, this is another thing every fair-minded person knows, that many foreign nations have used trade barriers to hurt Americans and to hurt the American economy. God created the world, but everything else was made in China. Where do you think that expression came from? It came from China cheating through its tariff barriers and its trade barriers. President Trump, whether you agree with him or not, has said, I'm going to do something about it, and he did. He did, and boy, did he get the attention of every other country, including but not limited to those countries that have been cheating. They are now coming to the table. In Louisiana, we say they've come to the lick log. Do you know what a lick log is? A lick log is a tree, a fallen tree that farmers and ranchers used to go to, and they would hollow out a trough, and they put salt and other minerals in that trough in the fallen tree that cattle and horses like to lick, and it makes the cattle and horses healthier. That's what a lick log is. And an expression is when you get somebody to the table, you say they've come to the lick log. Well, President Trump has got these countries, 70 out of 195 have already come to the table and said they want to lower their tariffs. And I think that's a good thing. I've been preaching on the Senate floor for 2 weeks that what Prime Minister Carney in Canada and what President Trump in America ought to do is turn to each other and say, let's have zero tariffs. Zero Canadian tariffs on American goods and zero American tariffs on Canadian goods. Get government out of it. Let good Canadian companies and good American companies compete. Competition makes us better. May the best product at the lowest price win. I want to see that happen all over the world. And we've got the opportunity to help make that happen in the world, thanks to Donald Trump. And I know some people are mad at him, But we wouldn't be in this position with this kind of leverage without him doing what he did. He's a pit bull. He's a Rottweiler. We know that. Tough as a boot. But he's the pit bull that caught the car. And the issue before America right now, and I don't know the answer to it, what's President Trump going to do with that car? I don't know. I listened to his aides on television this weekend. They were all over the place. Here's what I hope he does. Here's what I'd do. I would sit down with each one of those countries that want to lower its trade barriers. Some go to 0 tariffs. And I'd say, I'll take a dozen. I will take a dozen. And we'll do the same. That's what free trade is. And both economies would boom. I would take a dozen. And that's what I hope President Trump does. Vietnam is offering 0 tariffs. Taiwan's offering 0 tariffs. The European Union's talking about it. China's all bowed up, but they'll make a deal. And the only reason they're at the table lowering tariffs is because of President Trump. Take the deal, Mr. President. Please. With, pretty please, with sugar on top. Take the deal. Our economy will roar. It'll be better for the world economy. I would be lying to you if I told you I knew what the president's going to do. I don't know what's in his head right now. I think I know what's in his heart. But I'm not going to try to feign omnipotence here in terms of what the future's going to hold. I don't know what President Trump's going to do. But I believe as much as I'm standing here that he ought to take these 0 tariff deals. It'll be good for America. It'll be good for the world. He will have won. So, Mr. President, if you're listening, you're probably not. But if you are, once again, pretty pleased with sugar on top, you've won. Please today call Secretary Besant, your very able Treasury Secretary, and you and he sit down with every one of these countries that want to lower their trade barriers, and let's make a deal. Okay, let's lift America up. Let's lift the world up. Let's lift trade up. Let's reduce these trade barriers and let people compete. Let American businesses compete. Let foreign businesses compete. May the best product at the best price win. That's free enterprise.